I have to keep moving. I have to keep moving myself around because, yes, the microphone likes to cast this lovely shadow that's not really all that great. See, here you go. There's the shadow we're talking about. Go away. Stop it. Hello, everybody. Wow. Goodness. I can't believe it's been... Oh, I'm just going to check my watch because my watch will know. It's been a hot minute is what it's been. Welcome back, guys, to my channel and to my Duran Duran deep dive series. I hope everyone's been doing well, taking care of themselves. I am filming this video on Halloween. How cool is that? And I guess somewhat fitting, but not really quite that fitting. I think it would have been better to do the Dance Macabre album on this day, but you know, we've got 2 more albums to get through before we actually reach that one. I do have to apologize for the very long hiatus that I've had throughout this year. My work schedule just got extremely busy very, very quickly. But on top of that, I've had some pretty rough health issues throughout the year. I won't go too much into that at the moment. But long story short, I've just been in quite a lot of pain. And sometimes it just gets really, really hard to function throughout the day and then be able to film videos in the evening. But I'm so glad to be back now. As I mentioned in my last video, it's just a great opportunity to dive into some more music and enjoy some music together. So let's see how we go today. We're pretty much on the home stretch now. After Paper Gods, we only have 2 more albums left, unless they decide to release something in the next few months, which, you know, I wasn't expecting them to release Dance Macabre when they did, so who knows, they might have something new around the corner for us, which would be really, really exciting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this intro short. We have 12 tracks to get through. I'd love to talk a little bit about the album before we dive into it. So this album is called Paper Gods. It was released in September of 2015. Very cool album cover popping up on my screen at the moment, as you can see. I really enjoy the pink and blue ombre background, and I really like the pop art sort of style on the front. It is very Duran Duran. You've got cherry ice cream, you've got the smile. You've got a few things there that I think represent previous albums or previous songs. So there's some really cool elements on this front cover here. But yes, released in September 2015. We have the same lineup as before. Simon, Nick, John, Roger, and of course Dom Brown on guitar. This album was also produced by Nile Rodgers. A few notable names on this album as well include Mr Hudson and I believe Joshua Blair. Mr Hudson you might recognize from Dance Macabre. He's done a few interviews on their most recent album. So as we know, Duran Duran love to collaborate with Nile Rodgers. I'm really excited to see what we get from this album. Going all the way back to Notorious was when they pretty much first worked together. They also had a few collaborations with other artists on this album, including Janelle Monáe. Lindsay Lohan is on this album as well, so I'm going to be listening out for her. I believe she's on the track Danceophobia. So yes, there was a collaboration with Lindsay Lohan. My expectations are quite high, being that it's another collaboration with Nile Rodgers. But we're going to dive into it now, guys, so let's do this. Track number 1 is called Paper Gods, featuring Mr Hudson. Ooh. Nice harmonies. So that must be Mr Hudson. Kind of haunting sound. I'm gonna say it again and you guys are probably gonna roll your eyes. How different does this sound versus our last album? I was waiting for something very dancey, very upbeat, and we just got the total opposite of that. But hey, let's see where this one goes. It could be an intro though. Oh, maybe not. It's 7 minutes long. Sorry, just quickly, I feel like Simon's voice really complements Mr. Hudson quite well, because Mr. Hudson's got like this raspy sort of warm tone coming through, and then Simon's got this lovely higher end vocal coming through. I'm expecting some kind of... something really cinematic. No. Okay, more of a dance beat, house beat. Oh my goodness. Love the bass, John. Love the bass. Yeah. How do I put this? It still feels like an introduction despite the fact it's 7 minutes long. I don't know why I'm picturing a show opening to this song. Like all these dances and stuff. I'm getting these really cool images in my head at the same time, and that bass, how the bass sort of folded in and then the beat sort of shifted a little bit. Really cool. Let's keep going. Oblivious to pain. Love it. Wow, okay. So in a way, it's quite haunting with all these different vocal layers. Really nice thick beat underneath. Yeah, again, so far I'm loving it. And there's like this 808 doo-doo-doo. So that's our chorus. Bow to the paper gods. I've got to say, the song's quite unpredictable. I was not expecting that shift into this little guitar section. So, again, I was trying to work out the structure too. So we had the sort of verse, and then we went into that bow to the paper gods chorus, which was, again, for a chorus, it hits a little bit different. I mean, it's very cool in the sense that it's unique. Oh. And we changed again. Oh, and there comes Nick. These real choral vocals. Oh my goodness. Right back into that bright chorus. Wow. Wow. So once again, these layers upon layers of vocals, and then that synth in the background, and then of course you've got the bass and that sort of dancey beat. I'm gonna say, in a way, coming towards this outro now, I don't know, it feels like it's clashing just a little bit, in my opinion, not mix-wise, just in a sense of, do these elements work really well together? Like I was saying before, I think that that was very unique and very different. So there is actually one song that I have heard on this album, and it's called Pressure Off, featuring Janelle Monáe. I really like that song. From memory, it's quite upbeat and fun. I probably would have put that as my first track. I feel like Paper Gods would have been a great close to the album versus an intro to the album. Really cool to hear something that unique and something that just had all these elements brought together in sort of this haunting way. Those vocals from Simon and Mr Hudson together were really nice. Probably not the best choice for an intro, but after hearing that, I'm interested to dive deeper into the album and see if we have any sort of dancey tracks that might have actually sat a little bit better as an introduction. Also guys, I almost completely forgot to include this in my video. It has come to my attention that some of my videos have been blocked in certain territories, or even completely taken down from YouTube due to copyright. I've decided to tread this very, very carefully, so you can actually dispute copyright on fair use videos. However, if you choose to do so, there is a little bit of a funny thing that can happen. When disputing things, you can risk yourself getting blocked off YouTube entirely. So if my videos do end up getting blocked over time, I do apologize. It really does put a bit of a dampener on the series, especially when the series is not a complete set. So what I might look to do maybe is to move some things to Patreon, or even just find an alternate way for you guys to view the videos if you're interested to see a certain deep dive that isn't on YouTube or has been blocked for some reason. But yes guys, long story short, I can't really do very much about this. I do have to respect the owners of this copyrighted music, and from my perspective, I don't have any intent to steal the music or to make money off their music. That is not my intention at all, but I do need to just be very careful with how I go about copyright in my videos, of course. So the videos I believe that have been blocked include the Rio deep dive and the Power Station deep dive, I think. But the crazy thing to me is that they've been up on YouTube for over a year now, and they're only just really getting flagged and blocked off the channel, which is quite bizarre. But at the same time, like I said, there's just not a lot that I can do. Just know that I've addressed it and I understand it's happening, and I do apologize, and let's just see if in the next few months we can find a bit of a workaround, because I really don't want it to affect my new series in 2025. Anyway guys, enough said about that. Track number 1 was great. Okay guys, we're going to move on to track number 2 now. It's called Last Night in the City, and it's featuring Keezer. There we go. Very EDM. Ooh. Yes. I love how we're just layering all these vocals on top of one another. It's really nice. It's nice that Simon's working with more singers as well. The vocals just go really well together. Same here in this song. Nice harmony. Love how he's going for the high notes there, just right before the chorus. I feel like I should have got the disco lights out, because I'm just grooving away to this. Oh, yes! I feel like the beat just got stronger. It did. Excuse my dancing. Oh, that lovely delay at the end there. The tail end of the word was just delayed a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I preferred that one to the first one. Maybe it just sort of appealed to my EDM loving ears, I don't know. Yeah, definitely something that was made for the clubs. Loved her voice. Is it Kiza? Sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Yeah, her voice was just fantastic. Paired together with Simon's, and they were both hitting those real high notes. Very, very cool. I really enjoyed that one. Apologies, I could have got the disco lights going and everything. Maybe this is going to be a disco club album. Just a little bit like Red Carpet Massacre, but we'll see. We're on to track number 3 now, guys. It's called You Kill Me with Silence. Okay, sorry. I just had to take a moment there to laugh. It sounds... I'm not trying to be awful here. It just sounds like something I would have made on GarageBand when I was in primary school with the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm sure it's going somewhere, but it just sounds very, very interesting. It's probably the beat that made me laugh more than anything, like that snare. There we go. Love the beat on this one. Oh, I love that synth. Ooh. I love the low frequencies in this song. Just nice and thick. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna keep laughing through this now with that, It's got, I don't really want to say hip-hoppy beat, but you know, like the kind of 808 kits going through it. Yeah, it just sort of feels like this album is trying to appeal to a newer generation of Duran Duran fans versus, you know, the Gen X population that obviously grew up with Duran Duran. Things are hotting up in here. Control. It's emotional violence. I can't breathe now, but I can't let go. Ooh. It's a very distorted noise. It sounds like a guitar that's been put through one of those distortion pedals, but it also sounds like it's really spread out each note so that everything just sounds really, the words not coming to me. But again, it feels like it's really just spread out those notes so that you don't know where anything starts or ends. Ooh. Okay, so something I just realized. Unfortunately, I've made a mistake in my video where I have accidentally recorded just my voice, but not the actual audio of the songs. So I don't know how I'm going to fix that in post. I'll be able to fix it. It's really just a matter of putting the tracks on top and then sort of cutting them off in post, but it's just going to make more work for me. That is why you test everything before you start recording, and I've never actually made that mistake before. I'm just going to do some quick tests and then we'll move into track number 4. But as far as track number 3 goes, I wouldn't say it was a standout track for me. I really did like the experimentation with the synths. I really liked Simon going into that high register in the chorus, but did it pop out to me? Not really. I know we're in for a great track next track, so yeah, I definitely want to keep going. But yeah, it just wasn't really all that exciting for me. Okay guys, we're moving on to track number 4 now. It's called Pressure Off, featuring Janelle Monáe. I remember this one. From back when they released it, I remember listening to it and being like, ooh, this is cool. Love that bass. Oh, this is nice. Yes. Oh, those little flourishes on this da 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 on the synth. I love it. Oh, yep. I remember that chorus. The chorus is catchy. Oh, yeah. And then you hear Janelle in the background. Like, this for me feels like Duran Duran. Swimming with the rat race. Oh, I don't know why that da 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 reminds me of I Can Make You Dance. Da, da. I don't know, it reminds me of like Zap, kind of the flavor that it gives me. Everything's just sitting at the right level. And so Simon and Janelle kind of come through. Love that harmony. Future. Something like that. I love like that. I don't know if it's like a OTT. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Like that distortion on Simon's vocal when he's going, step it out, step it out, step it out. It's like he's been put through one of those amplifier plugins or something. Ooh. This gives me disco flavor too. A little bit of string coming in there. Oh. You can hear in that last chorus how they've folded in a few more elements to really bring us to the end. Almost like a high frequency synth. I feel really stiff in my chair when I'm dancing, like Yay! That was amazing! Well done, guys! Yay! Okay, I've got to say, that rhymed. Track number 4, so far, probably one of the best. Top 2 so far, Last Night in the City and Pressure Off. Pressure Off, I can see why they made that a single. So that was actually, I think, the first single off this album. I'm not sure if it was the only single. But yes, honestly, that is just such a strong song. That disco flavor, that funky flavor. Nile Rodgers, I know you were there in the studio when that song was made. Moving on, guys, track number 5 is called Face for Today. Ooh. Sad? A sad song? No? I was fooled. I feel like echoing that plastic spoon line would have been great there, but it never happened. This one so far, it's cool. I like it. I like that arpeggiator, the one that's going do 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 do, something along those lines. Finally getting into those dance tracks now with that club flavor. Yeah, it's just good. I'm enjoying it. Round you go. What keeps you in the air is having not a care. Hold on to your time, boy. Don't be scared of what they'll say. There's like this sort of delayed sweeping synth sound coming through the chorus, which is really cool. You kind of hear it like we should make a compilation of all of my drummings and bassings and synth noises and everything. It might make for a very interesting song. Oh yes. Love that. Nick serving every time. When you got the face for today, yeah. It's quite catchy. Sticking in my head. Yeah. Something kind of happened there with the kick, I think. It was like a do-do-do-do-do. I might have just been hearing things there, I'm not sure. But guys, that was really cool. I quite liked that one. I thought that was quite dancey, but at the same time, a little bit toned down. Synth elements in that one just really made it quite unique. But yeah, you've got the face for today. We're moving on now to track number 6, Danceophobia. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be listening out for Lindsay Lohan. Ooh. Yeah. This reminds me of something. feel like this should be played at a runway show or something. Oh, I quite like this. Da, 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 da. And I do hear a female harmony, so that might be her. Ooh. I love that guitar, that verby guitar. Ooh. The beat is everything. And then you sort of change. You notice that little shift in the beat from the verse, the do, do, do. And then it moves into that chorus, and they've stripped the beat down a little bit and changed it. It's cool. I think it's 4 on the floor, kick that. Ooh. I love that synth.
Can you hear me?
There she is.
If you can hear me, let me know. I am your doctor. You may be experiencing feelings of confusion. Don't be afraid. I've seen these symptoms before. 10, 20 new cases each week. I'm going to keep you in for observation. I may have to work on you throughout the night. We have to trust each other. And together, I think we can beat this thing before the music ends. I know what it is, coming over you. You don't dance, Danceophobia.
There she is, yeah. So maybe in the chorus that's not her. It could be another vocalist, but now she's come in, she's going, Danceophobia. Coming over you. I would definitely play this at my club, if I had a club. Ooh. Is there like a bit of side chaining going on there? Yeah, sounds like it. That was cool. I loved that song. That should have been a single if it wasn't a single. Signal? I said signal. That was one of my top songs. I really enjoyed that one. It just had a great beat. I was very hooked. I was very hooked on the lyrics. The spoken word vocals in that one too. That was definitely a top track from me for sure. Track number 7 is called What Are the Chances? Anyone getting a bit of a Queen do flavor coming in there? I keep saying flavor today. Maybe I'm hungry. Yeah, I kind of got like this 80s ballad guitar at the beginning there. Without a second look. This is kind of our ballady moment on the album, I think. We'll never know if we take it for granted. Love that rolling hi-hat too. See, just when it comes to drums, I'm terrible sometimes when it comes to actually talking about what Roger's doing and the drum work and things like that. To me, it sounds like Roger is playing on some kind of electronic kit, perhaps. And maybe at the same time, they're folding in a little bit of digital production with the drums as well. So those rolling hi-hats, for instance, you put them in on any kind of software. They probably use Pro Tools. I'm pretty sure I've seen Pro Tools on a few of their videos. Oh, it was the guitar. I thought it was like some creepy sample or something, but it was the bloody guitar going wee.
Playing with your life, or is it destiny which sets you on a path?
Love the strings in there.
Choice that you're here next to me, or just the
Just pretending to play strings.
of moments as they
Why do I get a Queen vibe from this? Maybe not Friends Will Be Friends, but actually maybe Friends Will Be Friends. There's a real waily guitar in that track. There's a few songs by Queen that just have a really, I think most songs by Queen have a really waily guitar, like Brian May just going boo. I'm having one of those days today. Listen to Innuendo as well, because I think Innuendo has it too. Innuendo by Queen is one of my favorite Queen songs of all time. Yes, anyway, I'm talking about Queen because this song is giving me Queen vibes. The orchestra, the guitar, kind of like it. I don't think that was in any way intentional. I'm feeling it.
What are the chances? We'll never know if we take it for granted.
I just see Brian May. No. Hi, Don. I see you.
What are the chances? We'll never know if we take it for granted. I'm looking for answers.
This is really cool, guys. I'm just sort of enjoying this one. Air guitar. It's on my resume. That was our ballad track on the album. I'm sure there's more to come. Just loved the orchestral elements in that track. And then you've got that really nice thick fat beat. Thick fat beat. That's what we'll call it from here on out. This nice thick fat beat. Before it was beefy and delicious, now it's thick fat. Yeah, just that really lovely beat. And then Simon's beautiful vocals, some lovely layers. Again, going into that high register in the chorus and towards the end as well. I heard some fun there, some vocal fun. I liked that one. I think that was great. Probably not a top track, but a strong track nonetheless. Okay, guys, moving on to track number 8 now. It's called Sunset Garage. Ooh. Drums feel quite organic. It's nice.
So halfway drunk, you'd never fail.
I just love Simon's vocal style. How do I explain it? Just the way he draws his notes and things like that. So, the way you say it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just love his vocal presence.
When you play guitar, what a state we're in. How do we get so far? Whatever happens, we're okay. Hey, we're still alive to a Jason said garage day. Heading to the light.
Nice vocal layers, but I'll be honest, I'm not really feeling this track like I was with the others.
If it all goes wrong, we're gonna make it on our own.
the drums on sort of every beat. The dun 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 dun. What song is that? Dun 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 dun. Is it? No, it's not Freedom. There's a song coming to mind. I just get the Beatles whenever I hear that chorus of vocals and the warmth comes in and you kind of go into that sort of drum beat. Again, it takes you back to pop trash because I feel like pop trash was a homage to the 60s. It takes me back there when I hear something like this. Ooh, twinkly. Getting a lot of twinkles. Shifting with the paradigm, drifting as the dreams move into flame. Oh, if it all goes wrong, we're gonna make it on our own. It's a sunset garage day. Sunset garage day. Garage. Very English. I feel like you Americans say garage, but in England it's garage. Gotta go to the garage. And I think he's playing on that a little bit. It's a sunset garage day. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely held that note. Yeah, look, despite that 60s bridge section, I still don't think it really popped out to me. It was a nice song, but it felt like it was just missing a little something something. We're moving on now to track number 9. It's called Change the Skyline, featuring Jonas Bier. Don't really know a lot of his work, but I know he was part of a rock band called Mew. Now we're in house territory. And I love house.
This is where it starts. Standing on the roof up here, saying goodbye to darkness. Saw you walk the line, but something inside you.
That must be Jonas. Sorry, I kind of pressed pause and then play again. There was like this, sort of low end, and then Simon's vocal came in there. I loved that. Yeah, just when they sort of go into another section and they use that kick or sort of sweep frequency to like really take you there. Beautiful chords too. I get like this late 90s, early 2000s dance house flavor. Love that harmony. Ooh, are we coming into a fade out? I think we might be. I love that da 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 da. I don't know why it really reminds me of that kind of early 2000s dance pop in a way. It really does. Good track, but again, not a favorite. I loved the dance components. Again, the synths were great. The bass, the beat, oof, knocks your socks off. But like I said, just not a top contender for me. Track 10 is called Butterfly Girl. I don't know what I'm doing here. That's not butterfly. That's just weird. Oh. I was expecting something really pretty, and then I can't do like we're on a mission somewhere, you know? Oh. Anyone else hear the disco coming back in? Nile Rodgers, I see you. Yes! That guitar didn't quite hit the notes I thought it was gonna hit. Maybe that was deliberate. I guess it was. I do love this one for the disco components. Oh! That's better. Guitar, that's better. Did they just pull everything away, including the effects on the vocal? You got your vocal, you got verb on the vocal at the very last moment, and then it's just clean vocal layers. That's what I heard. Well, not clean, but just no reverb, no, you know, no delay, no nothing. Yeah, look, that was a good song. Like I said, love the disco. Not a top track for me though, unfortunately. We're moving on now to track 11. It's called Only in Dreams. This is the kind of cinematic masterpiece I need. Nick. Simon literally just came in right as I pressed pause. Sorry, Simon. Nick needs to write a cinematic score if he hasn't already. I don't think he has, but he really needs to just write for like a Netflix series or something. Please, Nick. I say Nick because I just think I love that vocal. It's very cool. Like the way it comes in and the style of the vocal is great. Yeah, again, I was saying Nick about the cinematic music because I just think he's got really the ear for it, and you know, he loves to experiment on synths, and they've done it a few times on a few albums now where they've made this like real cinematic masterpiece. Like Thank You album with Drive By was just wow. Is that Mr. Hudson? Or is that Simon? No. Ooh. That's what I I love about Duran Duran. You've got all these dance tracks. They're not afraid to experiment. They're not afraid to just bring in some cinematic music and then just start throwing a beat over the top. This works. This definitely works. I do that too, right? And I sometimes think, don't let this music see the light of day, but sometimes it just works, right? Okay. We're going there.
Only in dreams, girl, when my crime goes unheard. What does it mean to fly the scene? Only in dreams, girl.
I feel like all the other tracks, it's just been Simon, but here he's singing in a different style. It's very cool.
There's a vampire in the limousine. The sun's going down like a symphony. She keeps her guard up while her nails are wet. I don't wanna wake up. Only in dreams. I'm in dopamine.
In dopamine, yeah.
It's in my genes. It gets extreme.
Love that. It's in my genes. It gets extreme.
Look what you've done. My colors run whenever you come to. There's a vampire in the limousine. The sun's going down like a symphony.
I like this one. I like the lyrics to this one, and I like the vocal style, and again, like I said, the cinematic intro was everything. I don't know where I'm going with it. It's just taking me places. Wait a moment, what was that? Using some field samples or something there? I don't know what they're doing there, but that's cool.
In the limousine, sun's going down like a symphony. She keeps her guard up while her nails are wet. I don't wanna wake up. I should be nervous, but my eyes forget. I don't wanna wake up. I'm not gonna wake up. I don't wanna wake up.
I'm not shaking my head in a bad way, I'm just shaking my head of... I'm like, this is so cool. I'm a bit mind blown. I'm just like, whoa, okay, so we're here now we're over here, playing with percussive elements, and then this woman laughing, and then, yeah. You can hear like dreams, like they've yeah. It's Effects Wonderland right now. Okay, I love this. This is my kind of thing. Up my alley. In my dreams. It's almost like they're playing with the theme of dreams. Because we've got this bell synth that almost feels like it's offbeat slightly. And then you have these effects at the end that are really drawing out these vocal samples and sorry, I wouldn't say distorted, but what sounds like drums when they've just dragged out the samples or something, and then you get all those little artifacts. When you drag out an actual recording of something and you drag it out so far, you start to hear all these artifacts in your recording because obviously you've stretched it beyond its means. So it's almost like that kind of thing was going on, but they were doing it with drums or something like that. Or maybe they put like some kind of plug-in over the top of that. I don't know what they've done there, but it works. And like I said, it plays with the idea of being in a dream of like, where am I going now? Because when you're dreaming, you're just going with the flow, right? Your brain's just going from one thing to the next. I really loved that track. I think that was bravo, guys. We're moving on to track 12 now, the last track, but certainly not the least. It's called The Universe Alone. I'm getting more of those haunting elements.
It's beautiful, the dying sun. So shall we make a plan, my friend? As if we had the chance to live it all again.
Yeah, and we've still got those beautiful strings in the background and a nice clean vocal as well. We're still playing around with those lovely bell synths, really up in that mid to high frequency.
See you in some other lifetime.
And ballady.
On the other side of what we'll never know. Now we go to face the universe alone.
What on earth just happened there? I was not expecting that. That was so unexpected. I feel like the song could have stood on its own 2 feet without the beat. I think it really could have, and they just could have played around with like real heavy string elements and even percussion in the background rather than just throwing that beat in there. I think it threw me off a little bit, to be honest.
In plain view, the mistakes we've made. But is there anything you'd really want to change? I'll see you in some other lifetime. On the other side of what we'll never know.
I honestly think I would have preferred this track or liked this track had it not included the beat. I know I sound awful, but I just think it's got enough. I think it just would have been nice to have a little bit of a breather from that beat and then finish on something beautiful and cinematic. But anyway, it's alright.
Together we have walked a fine line. Now we go to face the universe alone. With darkness at the heart of man, I'll see you in some other
like the guitar solo at the end. Giving Dom some time to shine. Oh. Have we just literally thrown everything into distortion? Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, that's better. That is gorgeous! It's like Coolio meets Duran Duran. Oh dear. Oh, it sounds like it's filtered ever so slightly. Okay, many thoughts here. Many thoughts. I'm just gonna shut Spotify so that I can concentrate on what I'm saying. Look, I was not in any way trying to say that that was a bad song. I think it was good, but I just think that it probably didn't need that beat. I like that they took away everything at the end and left us with the choir, but I honestly think that they could have maybe substituted for maybe a different beat, or even, like I said, just used other elements to really make that song the beautiful ballad that it was meant to be. Because it was, for me, a little bit of a hit and miss. It just felt very abrupt when we were going into that beat. And I was like, okay, wow, I was not expecting that. Very unpredictable. This album has been really unpredictable. One minute you're listening to one thing and then you get pulled into another thing. Sometimes it works and other times I'm thinking, yes and no. But look, overall, this album took me on a journey. Very much on a journey. Another dancey, disco-flavored album. Sorry I did not mention this in the introduction. We did bring Mark Ronson back for this album as well. I'm not sure which specific tracks or if he worked on the album as an entirety. Apologies for not flagging that earlier. But yeah, overall, guys, I did enjoy this album. It kind of reflected All You Need Is Now in a sense that we had these dancey tracks and then we finished off with a ballad. We did that in the previous album. We kind of had We did that with the previous album. We had sort of the dancey upbeat tracks and then we finished with Before the Rain. The only thing I think did not work was having that track, Paper Gods, at the beginning. I probably would have moved that down to the bottom. My expectation was we jump into this album, the first track we hear is Pressure Off. And I would have been like, oh yep, I'm ready, let's go. Didn't like the introduction. I don't think it worked. It's not like I didn't like the song, I just didn't like that specific song, Paper Gods, as an introduction. I see they were probably trying to use it as an opener. I just personally think it would have sufficed better at the bottom. That's just my personal opinion, not sure if you guys agree. I think this album was fantastic. If I had to pick a top 3, they'd be Danceophobia, Pressure Off, and Last Night in the City. But yeah, it was a good album. It definitely wasn't a top album. It's not like up in the Hall of Fame there with Notorious and some of the other albums. But it was very fun, and I really did enjoy the fact that it was quite unpredictable at times. I like that we collaborated with other artists and other vocalists to really get a nice sound. We did that in the previous album, but I feel like they're doing it a little bit more now. I haven't even gotten to Dance Macabre yet, but there are some songs on this album I'm listening to that make me think maybe this Halloween album has been an idea or something in the works for quite a while, because a lot of these songs have this spooky kind of vibe to them. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm filming this on Halloween, and they're doing a Halloween show tonight, playing a show at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night, American time. It's currently daytime Australia. We're a little bit ahead of you guys. But yeah, whoever goes to that, please let me know how it was. I'm assuming they're all gonna dress up like they have before. But yes, guys, loved the album. Definitely recommend it as part of your journey. There are some sort of skippable tracks throughout that I think, okay, I'd happily forego that track to listen to another track on the album. But yes, guys, I really enjoyed diving into this album. It was very much a treat for me. Would love to hear what you guys thought of it. Did you enjoy it? Was it a little bit too different for your liking? And also what some of your favorite songs are from this album. But yes, guys, next up in our deep dive series is going to be Future Past. Hope you're looking forward to it. I definitely am, because I did see their Future Past tour. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel and this is your first video that you're watching, hi there, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe and follow me on the rest of my Duran Duran journey. You can also follow me on Instagram. You'll find a lot of my cosplays and costumes and all that other stuff on there. But in the meantime, guys, thank you once again for joining me on another fantastic journey, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!